Welcome to Rauta, I am Jerry, and this time we have Underground Trio once again with 3 different albums, 3 different parts of the world, and of course 3 different styles, and according to my own opinion, worst to best. Feel free to disagree, that's part of the charm anyway. Roughly, to summarize it, we have black metal from Russia, from a now deactivated band, disbanded one, solo project in fact. We have some new one, black metal also, from Sweden, and then we have gothic doom, death doom from Italy. So 3 different styles, even though 2 of them are black metal. First, let's go to Sweden with this relatively new band. Trying to pronounce it. Give me a second. I'll just get it out from the jewel case because this really needs me to read the title so that I get it right. So this is called Tusenårseken, which I guess is roughly translated as like 1,000 years old oak or oak of 1,000 years. And as you can see, it's fully in Swedish, which I'm not really good at. And this is how the CD looks like. This is out through Crying to Death Records. Relatively new album by this one-man project going all the way melodic black metal. Let's just bring the camera a little bit closer because now it seems like the monitor is pretty much blocking the view here. Thing here is, this is indeed melodic black metal, and in a way, kind of a very Swedish ways. That is, if you know anything about 1990s way of executing Swedish melodic black metal, then you can pretty much guess what's to expect. However, this is more of the modern take, so forget what you're expecting based on Dissection, Dark Funeral, Murder Crooning, and the like. This is more like going to the softer side of melodic black metal. That means, in essence, a lot of clean vocals are in play, maybe even too much, at least for my taste anyway. I mean, it seems like the one-man project has fallen too much in love with his own voice. You could say the same about us YouTubers, but we talk to you anyway. Anyway, maybe he has the same reasoning, like, I'm just singing to you, but I'm like, yeah, you have a great voice, you can really sing, you don't have to prove it all the time. But for me, it's more like detaching from black metal. I'm saying this because sometimes it feels like I'm totally listening to a different genre, or more like black metal with clean vocals. Don't get me wrong, I do like classic heavy metal, and to some degree I can even enjoy some power metal, doom metal, what have you, with clean vocals. When you're really skilled, go ahead and do it. But when you have more like melodic black metal take with the music, and then you go all the way, not all the way, but too much, with clean vocals, then it's get like, what is this trying to be? A black metal / heavy metal combo of sorts, but then again the riffs don't really, back it up. So I'm saying this is kind of a weird bird. If you like certain parts, like when Ember decided to incorporate a lot of clean vocals in the play, maybe this is your cup of tea. Also, you have to understand that a lot of this production here is quite soft, not very sharp, not cutting, not evil, mean, sharp, whatever you want to call it. And as such, this is kind of like in a way, a little bit demo-ish. It's not so much like the songwriting is bad, but it's not really doing great things either. But too much clean vocals and all that stuff, it's like putting me a little bit off. But then again, if you like melodic black metal and you're not shying away from clean vocals, maybe not give this a go. It's a pretty okay an album, but I wouldn't really call it a great one. And as such is the opening album here on this particular episode. Then we travel to Russia. This is black metal from Ural, and this is Tear You Down. Now you might be guessing like, I have never ever heard the band, should I know it? And I guess you should, because this is the Russian bedroom black metal take. One man, once again, doing all the music, all the vocals, everything. And what is curious enough is this project, during its existence from 2017 to 2023, had 38 albums, if I counted right, albums. You got it wrong. I got it right, that is. Almost 40 albums within less than a decade. And of course, on top of that, you had a plenty of mini releases, splits, singles, what have you, EPs. I really lost the track along the way. Now, when you're like banging out, like laying out like that, and like wondering, okay, this is one of those factory-made black metals. Like you really don't sit down to hone down and polish the songs, but just figure out the riffs, put it out next. I mean, when you have something like 4 albums a year coming out, you really don't have the time to sit down and figure it out if those riffs or melodies or all that stuff like be honed to a different level. On top of that, this is like something like almost 1 hour, almost 60 minutes of music, which means if you're ready to put like 60 minutes music every 3-4 months, you really have to hurry down. And this feels partially like that. Don't get me wrong, there are pretty nice parts here as well. Some of the melodies are almost like, okay, they are actually pretty decent. And it's not like the production is bad and the screamy vocals are pretty good. So it's more like, why do you have to hurry with so much of the stuff? I mean, I get it. You don't have distractions from other band members and all the stuff. But at the same time, a lot of these riffs feels like they're just fillers. They're filling the gaps. And the result is quite mediocre-ish. Pretty much like the previous one here. This is just a little bit better made. There are some better parts all along the album. But having 60 minutes of kind of like filler riffs with some good parts here and there makes me feel that if only the band would step up, like slow it down and wait for those ideas to just like get your better direction. I mean, there is no reason to release 3 albums a year, even 1 album a year, even if you're really good at it. I would give it the time to mature, and figure it out. But this is like, no way, Jose. We're just putting out a song a month. No, more like an album a month. Jokes aside, this is something like, it seems like a new song is created every day, and the result is that you get a new album every 3 months or so. And as such, it feels like this is coming from a machine rather than a human individual who is really ready to just like, hone it. I don't know if there is a better word to put it out, because a lot of these ideas are very potential. But no cigar. Interesting project, but I guess it won't be dearly missed, even with almost 40 albums in the making. So the best of the pile today goes to Italy, Invernoir, with the only album so far out, and this is already a few years old, much like the Wintaar one from 2021, The Void and Unbearable Loss. Now, this name sounds very tragic, and so is the music. 3 people behind this project, and if I got it all right, there's now a 4th member in the band, but this album counts for 3 people, and it seems the drums are programmed, but they most certainly don't sound like that. This is death doom in a very gothic, tragic ways, with a little bit of black metal in the mix. Mostly the black metal parts are just those screamier vocals. Other than that, there are lots of clean vocals and, well, death metal crawlings, hence the death doom. In my opinion, this really reminds me early days of My Dying Pride and Anathema, when they were both doing really the death doom kind of a thing without having too many, just doom parts along the way and getting softer and all that stuff. This is the kind of stuff that brings me back to the early 90s vibes. Lots of gothic moments, lots of tragic, but not going like cheesy with it, I'm saying this because this is all very nicely laid out, and there's a good balance between Crowley and the clean vocals, even those black metal ones, and then you have some really gothic, dark, tragic parts. I would never have expected something like this come out of Italy. This is not the best of the pile in terms of death doom, but still among the better ones coming from that particular genre. Now, if you are into death doom in the first place, I think you should definitely check out Invernoir. And let's keep our thumbs up that the band will be coming back, returning with a new album, because this album is already been out there a few years, and so far the only album, and they're already nailing it with such good quality. So let's see if they will be back with something more interesting later on. So 3 different styles, a one-man band from Russia playing black metal, then one-man melodic black metal from Sweden, and Italian death doom in the gothic ways. Check out the links provided in the description box if I got you interested in any of these releases, and I hope you enjoy them. Now take care and enjoy the warm spring morning as you can, warm weather. I guess you can already see the sun shining in and all. So let's welcome spring in 2024 and go enjoy it. Bye bye.